Hi guys, welcome back to my name is Heather Green from sillyfarm.com, and so I'm going to be showing you guys some super basic designs. If you want to learn more, I encourage you to check out FABATv, but in the meantime, to just kind of get yourself started, you'll want to learn the easy basic designs so I can help you along the way, and then you can say, hey, it's for me, it's not for me. So I'm going to first start off with a super simple kitty because when I'm doing birthday parties, kids ask me for the same things. No matter where I'm painting, no matter what time of day I'm painting, they're always asking for princesses, kitties, tigers, butterflies, and those are the popular things.
And you forgot Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. Well, you're not a boy. But if she was a boy, yes. Spider-Man, Batman, tigers, that's what kids are asking for. So that's what I want to help you learn and teach you some super fast ways.
Spider-Girl.
Spider-Girl in pink or different colors. So I'm going to show you guys and start off with a super fast kitty cat. And this way it's going to help you with your line work. I want you guys to watch how I go over her eyes, how I load my brush, and then we can take it up a notch in some more different segments. Okay? How about that? Let's get started. So I'm going to start off by taking my sponge and I'm going to mix a little bit of gold on my sponge. I sprayed it with a little bit of water to get it moist. So I mix a little bit of gold on my sponge with a little bit of pink. So I mix it directly on my sponge just like that because I want to apply some cheek color. Then I like to test it on my wrist to make sure that the color's not too strong, because if it's strong you don't want them to look like they're gonna faint. So I'm just going to have her smile, and right on the balls of her cheeks I just dust a little bit of this pink. The next thing that I'm going to do is just pick up my black paint and I'm going to again spritz it so that I get just a little bit of a well of water built up. And then I just rub my brush all around it and again roll it on the sides so that I pick up a generous amount of paint without it being soaking wet. So once you have your brush properly loaded where it's glistening, not dripping, then you can go directly on the skin. So for my kitty designs, I like to start in the middle of the nose and then work my way around. So right on the tip of her nose, I'm just going to start off making somewhat of a triangle. And I like to start from the bottom and work up because that helps me cover the real shape of the nose. So right after that, I go underneath her nose and I'm going to make just a straight line to connect to the top of her lip. So where you have that little indentation over your lip, that's what I use. Then from the corners of the lips, I have a very straight brush and I'm going to head up. So I press as I come up. I get thinner, so you get that thick to thin line. And I'll repeat that on this side. So I come, I press, and I get thinner. So now you have the muzzle area. Next, I'm just going to tap 3 little dots in here to create her. What am I going to make next?
Whiskers.
And then from here, I'm going to start off just bringing out my whiskers. Just like that. Now for her cat eye, all I'm going to do is close your eyes. I start in the corner of her eye, just like this. I'm going to come down, press, and bring it back to the corner of her eye. I come down, press, bring it up, and bring it back to the corner of her eye. You can fan in your black if you want to. Where I'm just bringing in those lines, just like this. So as a finishing touch, you can start at the corner of the lip right here, and you can just make a few zigzag lines to create that hair effect. Just like that. And you can have a super fast, easy kitty. Now, because Leah knows me well, so she knows I love every single design with lipstick and glitter. It just for me finishes the whole design. So yes, you can use your face paints to use as lipstick as well. So I'm just going to load up my brush, or you can do it with a Q-tip because that would give you the most sanitary effect. So all I'm going to do is I'll have her relax her lips. And then for this kitty, I'm just going to paint her bottom lip first. Just like that. And then I'll create almost like kissy lips for her on the top, because little girls love that. And then I'm just going to take my glitter,
Your fairy glitter.
my fairy glitter, open. And then I will just tap a little bit on her bottom lip right there to make it shine. And then I'm going to tap a little bit there and tap a little bit there. And of course, tap a little bit on her nose. So I want to thank you guys for joining Leah and I, your paint pals. And I hope that you guys were able to find this super easy and something that you can attempt and accomplish right away. There are so many ways to dress this up by adding more colors, but again, I'm trying to teach you guys the basics, baby steps, to get you to the point where you're super comfortable. So I will see you in our next tutorial. Make sure to check me out at Silly Farm on Facebook and at FABATv. So have a great day.